1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4, 2, go! We've spent our entire 20s being best friends.
We survived university together, traveled together,
Moved to a foreign country together, survived long distances apart,
and made it back together during a global pandemic.
all while making each other laugh along the way.
If we've learned one thing in our 20s, it's that having amazing friendships is everything.
And we want to say bon voyage to this decade in an unforgettable way.
So, since we've been besties for the last 10 years,
Over the next 10 months, we're going to try and finish visiting 30 countries before our 30th birthdays. And we couldn't do it without bringing you along. We're going to document the whole process, so grab your bestie and get ready for an amazing adventure. All right, we just left our hostel in Lisbon and we're on our way to pick up the rental car. And we are going on a road trip for the next week through some of the other parts of Portugal. Hi, just popping in from the future to give you a little context. So maybe driving a standard car for the first time in Portugal was a bit of a daunting task to set for myself. Yet here we are. It took me a moment to get going and I got really anxious and in my head because I couldn't figure out how to reverse the car without it stalling. They gave me a new rental car, so things were very sensitive and I had to call MacKenzie's dad, who originally showed me how to drive standard, and got really in my head because I was not good at this right away and I like to be good at things from the get-go. So I really had to take a moment to myself in the bathroom, figure it out, and I was able to figure it out. We did some laps around the parking garage and it definitely took me a few days to become more and more comfortable. And I'm happy that my friends didn't stick a camera in my face in my most vulnerable moments. But in hindsight, I didn't get that many clips of me actually driving, so I'm gonna have to come in and fill you in on what was really going on behind the scenes from time to time. Feeling like Lewis Hamilton! This is what I wanted to see in the morning! This is what I wanted to see. Construction and more construction. And a laundry truck.
Construction there, it would be like an incredible, beautiful view.
It still is incredible and beautiful. It just looks like a city. It's construction.
City apologist.
I need to cut that out now. That's rude. And look, there's gardeners. There's a laundry truck. This is life, baby. This is the real city happening. A mini bus. Look at that. A mini bus. So one thing you may be wondering is how I'm using my phone and internet while traveling to so many different countries. And the first time I went traveling, I had to arrive in a place and find somewhere to actually sold a physical SIM card. So I would arrive at an airport and connect to whatever questionable airport Wi-Fi they had. And I never wanted to buy the SIM card in the airport because it would always be more expensive. So I would trek into town with no data and find a store that actually sold the SIM cards. It was always stressful and a bit chaotic. And I felt like a hot mess arriving in a new place. And instead of enjoying arriving in a new place, I would be worried and stressed about connecting to data as fast as possible. So that's why this time I'm so happy I found Airalo. Airalo is an eSIM that connects in more than 200 different countries and regions, and it's trusted by over 10 million travelers worldwide. So I can have that peace of mind that I'll be able to connect wherever I go. I also love that there's no additional packaging and there's no need to like store my old physical SIM card while using a new one. And maybe the most underrated of all is that I can keep my old phone number, so I don't need to update everyone in my contacts every time I'm switching to a new location. So here's how it works. Just download the Airalo app and it will show you the store tab, and you can choose between local, regional, or global. For example, right now I'm in Portugal, so that will give you a bunch of different options for how much data you want and for how many days. And if you're traveling around to many different countries in the same region, you can purchase a more general eSIM. Once you find the right plan for you, you click buy, and you can also use my code Jonny3 for $3 off your first eSIM. When you're traveling, you have enough on the go to worry about. This was so quick and easy, and honestly so worth the peace of mind of being able to set it up before you go on your trip, and you know you won't run out of data on your phone carrier's international plan. Hello. So seriously, learn from my mistakes. Just download the app, purchase your eSIM using the code on screen, and you're ready to move on to more exciting parts of travel. Look at the size of these meringues. They're larger than my hand. Me imagining having to park on this steep of a road? Absolutely not. So we are in Coimbra. It's a university town that's about 2 hours away from Lisbon driving. And we heard it has a really young, lively atmosphere because it's a university town. And the university is on the grounds of a former palace. And the city also has a really beautifully preserved medieval old town. So we thought it'd be a really good place to try some Portuguese food. Okay, so we wanted to try sardines here in Portugal, and everyone at this restaurant is ordering them, so we thought this would be a good place to try. And they come on a little boat. How cute is that?
They were called sardines on a boat.
Sardines on a boat. Okay, so let's go for it. I'm just gonna dip it in.
Yeah,
Did they just dip in the sauce?
yeah, and
then
then just
eat
ate it. Yeah.
Cheers. I don't know if you're supposed to eat the bones, but I'm crunching bones.
I don't know.
It's a little bony, but it tastes good. Definitely tastes fishy, quite salty and garlicky, but the texture is like a little bit chunky and a little bit flaky, which is quite nice. I don't know about the bones. I don't know if you're supposed to eat them. So you just eat the bones.
Yeah, but you.
Oh, wow. Super interesting. Hi, I have more intel on the sardines, which also makes things a bit more confusing. So we watched a bunch of tables around us full of Portuguese people eat the whole sardine, head and bones and all. So we just did the same. But when we got back to our hostel in Lisbon, this girl was saying she went on a food tour with her sister and they were told not to eat the head, not to eat the bones, just to eat around it. So now I don't know if we did something wrong. Comment below if you know the right way to eat a Portuguese sardine. The fish is quite yummy. It's like a little bit crispy on the outside, and it kind of tastes like a dark fish, and it's pretty tasty.
You should try the bruschetta.
It's pretty good.
Oh, what would you rate out of 10?
I would probably rate them maybe like a 7 out of 10.
Oh.
I don't think it's like something I'm gonna be like, I have to get sardines when I can get them. But I'm happy I tried it, and I would totally eat it again. It's like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Like I would totally have them again. We have a second opinion on the sardines.
Yeah, I ate it. I disagree. I would rate it like an 8.5. I would order it again. I don't like love that you like eat the bones, but it's like I just can't think about it too much. It's delicious. It tastes delicious.
Obrigado.
I brought some bread. They're so nice here. Lovely service. Highly recommend this place.
Arcada comes es bebes.
Yeah. But yeah, I like these. I really like it. It has like a light crisp to it, salty. The flavor is quite light. This little hot sauce, scrumdiddlyumptious.
Let's try the bruschetta. So this is a cod and mozzarella and garlic bruschetta, I believe, which sounds amazing. That's really delicious. I mean, can you go wrong with melted cheese? But the cod is super light and flaky, but still has like a salty flavor to it, which is perfect with the cheese and with the bread. This is really delicious. This I would rate like a 9 out of 10 for sure. And these are, insert the name here, some kind of pepper. I forget the name. And again, we've been seeing people order these all over Portugal, so we wanted to try.
And Spain as well.
Just tastes like a delicious sauteed pepper, but it like literally melts in your mouth. Like I just took a bite and it's gone. Let's try one more. This is very good. It kind of has like a blackened taste on the outside because of the way it's been cooked, but the pepper itself just melts in your mouth. It's like butter, but still has that like fresh vegetable taste. This is really good. This I would also give a 9 out of 10. Yum. And now a moment of silence for the fear and doubt in my eyes as I had to drive us to the next location through all the hills and winding fast streets of Portugal. I am so excited to be on this next little chapter of our Portugal trip. I loved Lisbon so much. It was such a unique city. My aunt sent me a message about it. She said when I was there, it felt like such a warm, welcoming, and unique city. And I was like, those are perfect 3 words to describe it. Warm, welcoming, and so unique. So I loved Lisbon. Had a great time there. But because I loved it so much, it honestly made me more excited to go to other places in Portugal and just explore some sort of like smaller towns, mid-sized cities, and explore like the south. So many people talk about the Algarve region and about the south so fondly. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be quite the adventure. Using a manual car yesterday was quite the adventure, but I already feel like I'm getting a little bit more of the hang of it. And I think by day 6,
I mean, even before that, today I'm feeling more comfortable. Tomorrow I'll feel even more comfortable. I need to have those positive manifestations going. And yeah, today we're at the beach, so it's gonna be super chill, super relaxed. I was just running back up to the parking because we realized that we didn't even look if you had to pay for parking, but I don't think you do. There's just a big parking sign and no payment sign. So I'm counting that as we are free to go. Okay, so not excited for when we have to walk back up after the beach. The beaches here in Lagos are honestly unlike any beaches I've seen before. They kind of remind me of Drumheller in Alberta with the layers of rock, if Drumheller was right next to an ocean. It was wonderful to be down there, but is it worth the walk up? That's the question. The thing I failed to mention is that on this first beach day, I literally forgot my towel, forgot my UV shirt, forgot my book. Have I never been to a beach before? So it was a fun, short beach visit, but a bit of a bust on my part. Back up we go. Lagos has been so beautiful to walk around. It kind of reminds me in some ways of Lisbon, but obviously much more quaint, and it's on the sea, so it has this coastal vibe, but there's so much lively stuff going on, so many cute restaurants and patios and stuff. It's so mesmerizing to walk through. So far, everywhere we've been in Portugal has been wonderful to walk through and walk around. We're just waiting in a line for dinner, and then what do we stumble upon? This sweet little baba.
I think the bartender, he's a dog of the bartender in the bar next, and he was laying him like kind of like head on the seat of the bar, and so I went over, petted him, and then I walked away, and then he came over to me and just like sat near Jamin and I. Even Jamin is petting him.
I don't even like dogs, but I like this one.
Aww.
We swear he senses gay energy. He's sitting! What a sweet baba! Good morning! I guess good afternoon. We are on our way to another beach today. I feel like yesterday we forgot a few things, I forgot a few things, so I feel more prepared. Remembered my towel, remembered my UV shirt, remembered some extra water. All those things are gonna help. Because we only stayed at the beach for like an hour and a half the other day because it was so hot. So I think we're a little more prepared to stay longer today. And it is so beautiful out, man. Is it hot? But stunning. So let's go. Here she comes. We also bought an umbrella, which I think is going to really help at the beach, honestly. It's gonna.
We're pasty Canadians.
We are on the most beautiful boardwalk, but we can't figure out quite how to get down to the beach. Oh, there's some women up here who are just exploring the cliffs, so that seems dangerous, but promising. So stunning. It's like a different planet. Praia de Ana, that's where we're headed. So on that note about forgetting, Jamin forgot his towel today. At least it wasn't me. So he's just gonna buy one quickly. We made it! I found the perfect shell. Don't worry, I'm not gonna take it because I don't want to be cursed, but I just had to take a photo. Oh, it's hot, hot, hot. The beach today is much bigger, which is nice. There's like more room to spread out, more comfortable, but it is just as beautiful, like so stunning and natural and amazing. And it is so hot out, so the water is very refreshing, which is nice. This is what we were waiting for. That was cool.
1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4, 2, go. No Charles Leclerc, but
What?
you're no Charles, but when he dived in Monaco.
Ah, I wish. I love you, Charles. Go baby, go baby, go. Belly plop on cam. Oh my god, the salt is insane. I guess I don't want to get these wet, my bad. I got them wet on my hair, but that's okay. So we found a shadier part of the beach this afternoon, and that really extended our time here because it's hot in the sun. And yeah, we've been here for hours at this point. So we're gonna go find some food. This beach was wonderful because there was lots of different areas you could go to and like shade you could go to if need be. So I really liked this beach a lot.
The worst part of every beach day.
I wish I had forgotten about this, but I have it all on video. I got the most beautiful bracelet, and somewhere later on in the trip, I lost it. It flew off. I don't want to talk about it. We just got some gelato from an incredible gelato place. It was so delicious. We've had many gelatos so far on this trip, and that was probably the best. And tomorrow we're actually headed out on a little excursion and going into caves on a boat. So we're heading home kind of early. Oh no, are you okay? That was really impressive. It was like a leap. So we're heading home for a relatively early night. And tomorrow will be a big day out at the beach again. So far this trip has been beach and vibes, and I'm happy about it. Beach, vibes, and heat. Good morning. It is our last morning here in Lagos. I'm just going up to get our laundry that we hung out on the roof last night. I didn't do the best at drinking water throughout the day yesterday. So last night I drank 4 bottles of water before bed. I'm gonna drink a lot more water today. Oof, that's bright, but so beautiful. Wow. And oh my god, those stairs took it out of me more than I should have. Lagos has been so beautiful. It's quite a small little town, so I feel like after 4 days we're all sort of like, yeah, this has been so fun, let's see what's next. So it was sort of the right amount of time to stay. We've gone to like incredible restaurants, we've done some incredible beaches. It's gonna be a big day, and then we'll drive on to our next town. So more manual driving, so much boats, it's gonna be so fun. There is something so satisfying about just putting your towels out in the wind, letting them dry naturally. You get that smell of the sea breeze. All right, we made it to the port, and we're just waiting for our tour of the Benagil caves. We're gonna take a boat into the caves because it's the only way you can get into them. You can't swim in them, it's forbidden. You can't go into them alone. You have to take a boat tour or a kayak tour. So we're going on a little speedboat. The drive here was quite intense just because we passed through a couple towns, and that's always a challenge when you're driving a standard car. You have to gear up, gear down so fast, and I don't know the roads that well, so it's only day 4 of me driving a standard car, so I'm still figuring it out. But we made it. Everyone here seems super cool. We have a cool group going on the tour, and should be fun. Let's go. Jamin doesn't like boats, but this is a boat redemption. We're calling it now.
That's a terrible angle for me.
And this castle, it's private, okay? It's the only private castle in Portugal. It belongs to a very poor family, as you can imagine. They cannot afford to come by car because the gas is very expensive, so he has an helicopter and lives it. So this beach is split by 2 when the tide is up, okay? And this part, you can do nudism. You see down there are people without now in front, if you look at this rock, you're gonna see a big elephant drinking water from the sea. Use your imagination. Baby elephant, right here.
As you can hear, our tour guide was full of jokes, but he also had some great recommendations.
Okay, make sure you all try chicken piri piri while you are here. It's very tasty, very good.
Back in Lisbon, and we are having some piri piri chicken.
Honestly, one of the best chickens I've ever had. 10 out of 10. The fries, like McDonald's fries are better. Like 10 out of 10, everything. You should come here. Jonathan put on the screen.
Honestly, this tour was set up very well. I quite liked how they had different tour guides speaking a few different languages in groups on the boat, and they were full of stories and able to point out tons of things you wouldn't have even known are there, like these rocks that have paths and walkways all carved throughout them. We saw quite a few caves and natural wonders on this tour that were incredible to see. But once we actually got to the real Bengal caves, it was clear this was quite a tourist attraction, and we were not the only ones who wanted to see them.
You see this cave, it's very popular. Now it's forbidden, completely forbidden to go and swim to the caves, okay? Small boats and big boats, and when they go inside they have to come backwards, okay? And they don't see what's down.
Oh
There's
no.
somewhere swimming and you have a terrible accident. And it happens.
This is a cave traffic jam.
No.
We are inside the Benagil cave.
Less than about 9,000 other people.
Instagram versus reality.
I know you didn't.
Very good.
Shout out to this drummer who knew how to find the camera. Our last stop on the road trip was in Albufeira, a town that we found very lively but definitely a bit more touristic. We could hear more British accents than Portuguese, if you know what I mean. And would it really be a complete road trip without a stop at McDonald's? No.
They have croissant brioche. They have a Mick pastel. So many soups. Yeah, there's not as many breakfast options. So many soups. Cereal bread. We're gonna try McDonald's here in Portugal. Everything is a little bit different. It is
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock in the morning, so no breakfast is found, just burgers, which we love. And yeah, I'm gonna try the ham and cheese croissant brioche first. Feels a bit dry. Let's see. It's a little bit dry, but really tasty. And the brioche isn't too sweet like other brioches that I've had. So it's actually quite a nice balance. I like that a lot. I would probably give that like an 8 out of 10, honestly. That was pretty good. Next, I'm going to try the veggie burger. I've never seen one of these at McDonald's before in Canada.
And they had 2 different veggie burger options.
Yeah, they had like a McVeggie, a plant burger, and then this is just a veggie burger. So they really did have a lot of different veggie options. That's quite lovely. It tastes like something so familiar. It's very crispy. And it has like a slight tomato sauce taste to it in the back, but in a way that totally works with the cheese and stuff. It kind of tastes like tomato and cheese in a crispy burger, if that makes sense. It actually is quite lovely. That's quite good. I'm excited to eat that. That I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. That was tasty. And I'm so excited to try the McPastel. It's not actually called that, but a pastel del nata from McDonald's. This is exciting. Okay. It's not as flavorful as other pastels that we've had on this trip. Some of the other ones have like such a rich vanilla taste and such a strong like custardy taste, but really crispy. It's not soggy at all. Very light. So I would probably give this like 6 out of 10, which feels a bit low, but I'm just comparing it to other pastel de natas on the trip. We're comparing it to the best and finishing it off with a coffee. So hot, but good. Very milky, but I did ask for a coffee with milk. Everything was a good choice. I would most recommend the veggie burger just because it was really tasty and really crispy, and that's what I'm most excited to eat. Yum.
Okay, I got a garlic mayo, so let's try that. Good. And then I got a honey mustard chicken sandwich. It's good. It's quite peppery, and it has a nice sweet honey mustard sauce. The lettuce is really nice. Like, it's actually like a spring lettuce. And the other thing, the chicken tastes more like a KFC chicken, like crispy wise.
Interesting.
But it's good. Would recommend. G-Man, how's yours been? Take a quick bite of your burger. What did you get?
Chicken, bacon, onion.
The mic end kills me. Oh.
Okay. It's okay. There's not much flavor there, if I'm being honest, but
What would you rate it out of 10?
it's a 7.
Okay, that's fair.
It's-
This, a little Timbit type thing?
Yeah, it's called a Pop Dot.
A Pop Dot.
Yeah, it's just a Timbit.
But Pop Dot is kind of a fun name.
It's a little dry though.
Okay.
But-
What would you rate that one?
Like a 4,
Okay.
5 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other big things you noticed about the menu?
We
One,
noticed-
lots of soup.
Yep, there was lots of soup options. You could get beer on the menu.
Regular food all day.
Yep, we noticed there's lots of the plant-based options, which we did mention. And mainly just like there's a lot of different sandwich options than we have in North America. Like lots of different flavored sandwiches. Even the breakfast menu was different than Canada. It was more toasts and croissants. And like they did have pancakes, which they have in Canada as well.
We have a retraction of the 6 points for the pastel de nata. We're giving it 3. It wasn't that good. We're not eating it. I did it! Drove my first manual car for a whole week for the first time. Please start engine manually. There we go.
And how do you feel?
I feel elated. I feel like I can conquer a lot right now, and this week was a great lesson in believing in your effing self, baby. Thank you to my friends. Thank you to my loved ones. Thank you to my supporters. Thank you to myself.